Are you aware that this small knot has ended wars, sealed marriages, welcomed kings, and yet many young Igbos today don't even know what it is called in their own language? I am Mazi Ifeanyi. Welcome to Ihe TV. Today, I am going to show you why our ancestors rightly said that Onye wetere. He who brings Kola brings life. If you are an Igbo or a lover of Igbos and you don't know this, you need to watch till the end. In Igbo culture, this is called Oji. There are two types that people eat, but only one carries real cultural weight. The first one is Oji Igbo, botanically called Kola acuminata. This is the sacred one, used for ceremonies, rituals, and welcoming guests. The second one is called Gworo, Oji Ndi Hausa, botanically known as Kola nitida. This is just for chewing and socializing, no spiritual meaning attached. Think of it like the difference between a communion wafer and a snack cracker. Both are food, but only one carries meaning. Please note that while Oji Igbo has many lobes, the Gworo has 2 lobes. Every Gworo has 2 lobes. Nothing more than that. Igbo Igbo si na onye wetere Oji wetere. He who brings Kola brings life. In Igbo land, you cannot start a serious conversation, a marriage introduction, a burial rite, or a title-taking ceremony without Kola nut first being presented, blessed and broken. It is the opening ceremony of everything that matters. This is why refusing a Kola nut from a host is a serious insult, and why a host that doesn't have a Kola nut to offer feels ashamed. Now, these are the rituals of Kola nut. The first is the presentation. The Kola nut is brought out on a plate, often with alligator pepper called Oji. Next is prayer. Before the breaking of the Kola nut, the oldest man or the host speaks blessing, call on the ancestors, and states the purpose of the gathering. Now comes the breaking of the Kola nut. The right to break the Kola nut is a mark of respect, usually accorded to the eldest man present, not just anybody. The last on our list of Kola nut rituals is sharing. Once broken, the pieces are shared according to ranks and respect. This is where the lobes matters. Here is what most people don't know. A Kola nut with 1 lobe is called Oji or Oji. It is very uncommon for an Igbo Kola nut to have 1 lobe, and it is a taboo. It is called the Kola of the spirit, and it cannot be eaten by a human being. An Igbo Kola nut with 2 lobes is called Oji Filifi. It is considered a bad omen and cast away. Historically, 2 lobes Kola nut is linked to the tragedy of twins in pre-colonial Igbo society. A 3 lobes Kola nut is called Oji Ikenga or Oji Ike. This is where the good omens begins. It symbolizes the Igbo family unit, the father, the mother, and the children. A Kola nut with 4 lobes is known as Oji Udo na Ngozi. It stands for peace and blessings. It represents the 4 Igbo market days: Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo. A Kola nut with 5 lobes is called Oji Omumu. Oji Omumu. It stands for fertility, increase, and prosperity. It is a wish for children, wealth, and abundant harvest. A Kola nut with 6 lobes is believed to represent communion with the ancestors. The smallest cotyledon is set aside as an offering to those who came before us. A Kola nut with 7 or 8 lobes is extremely rare. It symbolizes joy, royalty, and supernatural favor. Most elders believe that seeing a Kola nut with 7 or 8 lobes means that something significant is about to happen. Note, in all of this, regional variations still exist. For instance, in Obo, Imo State, a 3-lobed Kola nut is seen as inauspicious rather than positive. Here is our major challenge. Our elders carried all of this in their memory, never written down. just pass from mouth to mouth, generation to generation. But today, most of us can't even hold a full conversation in Igbo language, let alone explain what a kola nut lobe is. When an elder dies without passing these things down, we don't just lose a person, we lose a library. This is why I am making this video, not for views, but for memory. Ndị ọma na-ege m ntị, if this is the first time you are hearing any of this, please comment Oji below so that I will know it gets to someone new. Follow us on Onye TV, where we break down Igbo cultures your grandparents knew but the internet forgot to teach you. Onye TV, nke a bụ nke anyị.